And we are back. So, last we left off in a brutal showing, I might add, in a fight that lasted far too long, with Zaltkar and a bugbear going mano a mano for several rounds. Dayu overtook Roan Twinblades, who had some choice words for him. A little bit of tension that Dayu quickly ended. A long search for his prodigal son, ending in his own demise. After striking down Roan, the party sprung to action. Unfortunately, Tuk was eaten by a giant toad. A random encounter that you guys rolled previously that just happened to coincide with this horrible event. And in so doing, you guys eventually, all of you, slaughtered the bandit camp, these former Mar members, with some fairly insurmountable odds. This was most certainly a deadly encounter, as Tuk can attest, as he was mostly digested. However, with a slight bend to the rules, not much though, you guys were able to recover a special item that was in the treasure hoard that was a resurrection stone that was able to bring him back, since not that much time had passed since his demise. And we are picking up right there. However, we are actually picking up with Tuk, as Tuk, something very terrible happened to you. Tuk, everything goes black, and it was already black to begin with, but you felt a burning sensation. And your eyes shoot open. You're surrounded by fog, and you're laying on an embankment of, it looks like black sand. And as you kind of sit up, you notice that there is a pool of water in front of you. It looks like a vast sea, like you're on a small island. You kind of look around, there's no vegetation, there's just endless fog in all directions. Then there's a light up ahead. It is green. And as it begins to get closer, you realize it is a lantern light with green light flowing from it. There is a small, what almost looks like a canoe, being moved towards you without any obvious locomotion. There are no sails on this ship. There are no rows on it as well. But there is a 12-foot tall figure standing within the canoe, shrouded in what looks like a black, almost grave-like cloak, dark as night. You can see two balefire green orbs that must be eyes from inside the cloak. You can see almost alabaster thin, elongated limbs reaching out from underneath in these unnaturally long hands that drape down almost to the figure's knees. In one hand, there is a lantern, the one burning green. Go ahead and make me a religion check, Tuk.
That's a nat 20. I don't know what my religion is, but
okay.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, what's the total?
Religion plus 0, so 20.
Okay. With a 20, I will say that you get the basics of what this is. You are looking and you feel like dread looking at this thing, whatever it is. You remember hearing stories as a kid of the chaperone of souls, Mito. He is the god that takes you to where you belong. after you pass.
Is death.
He is death. Or an aspect of death, at least. And he has come calling, which means that you surely must have died. You don't feel any pain. You do feel cold. And as his canoe hits ground, you instinctively take a few steps away. And he reaches out with a all too long limb, with his hand prostrate before you. Doesn't speak. What do you do, Tuk Tuk?
I mean, I would think he's reaching his hand towards me.
Yes, he does.
I'm looking behind me to see where I can move to.
You're on an island, there's nothing around, and there is endless fog, except for wherever his lantern shows. Wherever the light is, the fog is burned away.
Okay. My natural reaction is just to move away from death.
Yes, and you attempt to
survive. Yes.
And you get to the edge of the water behind you, and it's not very far. You only have a couple feet on this small island. And you instinctively don't want to put your feet in the water. Something's not right about it. Matter of fact, you're not even sure if it is water at this point. As you look back and forth, the figure kind of cocks his head and doesn't say anything, but he quickly reaches out faster than you can possibly move. Tuk Tuk, I need you to give up one item from your inventory that is important to you. Whatever you would like to give up has to be something that has meaning. Whether that be monetary, martial, or sentimental.
I give up my pipe.
Okay. He reaches towards you, and you instinctively pull back, and you see that his hand reaches into your body. And it hurts bad. And you see it pull back. And as it pulls back, your vision blurs and goes white. And then you wake up in the real. If you were to look for your pipe, it is nowhere to be found. And the DC to resurrect you just went up. So, there is that. But everyone gets a freebie the first time. So, with that being said, you guys have broken into what you assume is some kind of storehouse. Somehow, Rogar, I will say you've probably seen this done before to some extent. Shamans and kind of sorcerers people are in your tribe even. Are known to be able to do this. It is difficult, but it is a possibility, but it always requires great sacrifice of some kind. Dayu, I don't know if you ever would have actually seen this. This is a rare event. People do not come back from the dead often. Zoltkar, you probably have never seen anybody come back, but you've heard of it more often than not. And how do you guys deal with this situation? As his milky white eyes return to normal, and he kind of, and he's all still kind of half digested, but his body is living once again.
Rogar internally is very impressed by this display, but he is very worried about the people outside. So he is kind of just acknowledges that it's happened. He just kind of like stares at him and then is going for his equipment and then looking around for other items that might be of use.
I just realized...
What health am I at?
You are at 1 hit point.
1, okay.
Yes. And you have 4 levels of exhaustion, by the way.
Yep. Got that.
If you get 1 more level of exhaustion, you die again, just so you know. So... just want to let you know. 6. Oh, no, you're right. It's 6. It's not 5. It's 6.
Yeah.
6. So 2 more.
Level 5 is basically we have to carry you every.
Yeah, pretty much. You're pretty much incapacitated at 5. You're almost in a coma. So yes. All right. There we go.
Yeah, Dio will reach down. Looks like the gods are not done with you yet, and offer his arm to pull him up.
Got to pull him up.
I will take it.
And Dai's going to go get, was it Fuyu and Aki?
You're talking about
Roan's swords?
I will get you the exact names. And they are, I have them written here. Oh, damn it. Why did you do this to me?
And then...
Yes, Fuyu and Aki. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then will these be recognizable? Like if I showed someone in the mall?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. They were well known. They were infamous. Now, I will say, you know this for a fact, Dayu. They are not like magical swords. They are well crafted, of course. And you would know just because he was your kind of adopted father that they were something passed down in his family for several generations.
Did anybody loot the other stuff that was in there, or was it just our stuff?
Yet. How much time are you guys going to take doing this? Because there might be stuff happening elsewhere.
Roger's mainly grabbing his equipment, but if there's something else he sees that's just like catches his eye, I mean, like health potions or something, that's something that would catch his eye.
Okay, I will say this: like, let me give you a description of what you see inside of this place, real quick.
Mm-hmm. All right.
In this particular kind of alcove. So, what you see is it's essentially a armory, a makeshift armory of sorts. There's an assortment of arrows, spears, daggers, scimitars. There's no real armor present. There are several large sacks, and by several I mean there's about 5 or 6 large sacks of what appears to be rice, because some of them are kind of split and they're spilling out onto the floor. There's also it looks like several barrels of sake piled together next to what looks like a very well-traveled cart that has recently been mended. There's also an assortment of other goods that are not quite visible if you're doing a quick glance. Now, if you guys want to take time to look through stuff, you'll be able to find other items inside of this suppository. That was a bad term, but
it was.
Not considering, what Tuk-Tuk keeps in his prison wallet.
But yeah, definitely my equipment.
Okay. I will say you guys are able to quickly kind of get your equipment, and then I will say while you guys are doing that, Dayu, you're moving outside of the alcove to go back outside to go collect those swords.
Yeah, I probably never even went into the alcove because I didn't have a reason to.
Then, in fact, you move back to collect them after you hear the commotion. And as you're walking back towards where your companions are currently located, you would see 2 individuals stumble through the gate, bloodied. One of them with a short bow. One of them holding a spear. They look heavily injured, but and the first one's going to take a shot at you.
Can I say something to him?
What are you going to say?
Run to the wolf.
Oh, man, you glitched out for a second on my screen. What did you say?
Yeah, he glitched out. I didn't hear what he said either.
Did you run to the wolf?
Yeah. And he's going to take a shot at you.
Shit.
That's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. It's a 20.
And I was only healed for 1 hit point.
I
So
know.
Yeah.
So you and you go down, Dayu, and he knocks another arrow, and you guys all hear this happen outside. So Zaltkar, Tuk, and Rogar, what would you guys like to do?
I, having grabbed my crossbow, I'm going to step out of the door as quickly as possible and get a beat on the situation. And if you'll let me take a free attack, I'm going to shoot the guy that just shot my friend.
Go ahead and I'll give you. This is happening quickly, so go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Yeah. I mean, a 15 to hit. No, wait, sorry. 18 to hit.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
I will say these things. These two are severely wounded.
It's only going to be 3 points of damage on
That
him.
is enough. As you
So I
plant a
dropped the fool
bolt
that just dropped my guy.
with the arrow,
Nice.
and he falls down. Rogar, you doing anything? You gonna be hiding out?
Can I run?
Brief instance of looking around. As I move out the door, do I see anything within arm's reach that would be a health potion? If I
with
don't, that's fine.
With your passive perception, no.
My passive perception
nothing.
is 10.
It's a 10. You see nothing.
Okay. All right. Then if I were to use my movement to run out,
Yes.
would I be in at least 20 or 30 feet? Of
Yes,
the-
you would. Of the remaining hobgoblin. That's kind of, I mean, they're all desperate. He's bloodied and torn up.
I will toss
Go
a
ahead.
hand axe if I can, if I can
Okay.
get within 20.
Yeah, if you run out, go ahead and make an attack roll. As you're throwing it, you hear him. This won't be the last you'll see of us.
19. I hope
That
I cut
hits.
him off mid-sentence.
You do, and he doesn't get to finish. The damage is more than enough. He only had 2 hit points.
Okay.
I rolled for all of this in the
I got
interim.
8. Yeah.
Yeah. As you get him right, probably in the head, and he kind of falls backwards. Dayu's down yet
As
again.
I would call back to seeing Dayu down. I would call back to into the room and tell to see if there's anything we can use to save this guy.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
indeed.
Look for a potion. Look for something.
If there are any potions around I can find.
Tuk, you stumble further into the kind of makeshift kind of armory hold here. You can give me a perception test. Well, actually, this would be an investigation test at disadvantage because you have so much exhaustion.
Disadvantage. Oh, yeah. Well, I rolled a 12 and a 19, so 12.
12 total?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what you find. I will say, Zhao, you can stabilize someone with a medicine check if you want to make one.
Yeah, let me just see if I can.
Just
Jesus,
because
he's gonna come
I'm
back
not sure how
with
much
5.
time this is going to take for it to happen.
Yeah, let me see if I can stabilize him. Oh, that's nice. It's a 21 to stabilize.
Yes. Yeah, the DC's low for stabilizing someone. So, yeah, you're able to keep him from bleeding out. And, you're good with wounds. And you've been trained in field triage for yourself especially. So you're able to kind of pull the arrow out, stop the bleeding. And you think that he's not going to die anytime soon. So, Tuk, with you being as messed up as you are, you kind of stumbling, looking around, and here's what you find, Tuk. There are several other sacks that are similar to the sacks of rice, and they could have easily been mistaken for sacks of rice. But your trained eye, you see some material sticking out of one, and you begin to pull it out, and you pull out 4 silk dresses. And you're like, that's kind of strange. Beneath the dresses, there is a vast amount of coins. There are 120 copper pieces, 60 silver pieces, and 20 gold pieces in the bottom of this bag. And you can tell by these dresses that they are worth significant money as well. Now, you're not a appraiser, but you've got an eye for stolen goods, and they're probably worth
I
something.
like fancy things. Yeah.
You look in a nearby kind of like crate and you find an assortment of jewels, rubies, emeralds, sapphires, an assortment of all kinds of jewels, worth a pretty hefty sum as well. We'll see how you do on that. You also find a satchel containing 10 healing spheres, 10 healing potions.
Geez.
And with a 12, you find a small sack. And on this sack, you kind of open it up because now you're finding stuff and you're just like, ooh, collecting things. You open it up and you find a powdery substance inside. It is like a greenish, blackish color, and it weighs about 3 pounds. That's how much of this material there is inside of this. Let me see here. Tuk, give me a history check with advantage. It's about a lot. That's the best. Well, no, it'd be a medicine check. I'd be either or. You give me one. Well, it would be a straight roll because you're at disadvantage, so just a straight roll.
Okay. My first roll was 17 plus 1 for medicine, so 18.
So 18, okay. You've never used it yourself, but this looks a lot like Cinder, which is an illegal drug of choice for many a party goer. So, and it can induce a state of euphoria, dulls pain, and is highly addictive.
Sweet Lady H.
It
Does it have any other medicinal properties?
It is usually smoked, and it doesn't have. It is mostly just a. It's not medicinal. It's not a medicinal drug.
It's a pain
relief.
That's very
addictive. There is pain relief. You could give this to someone and they would feel no pain.
It's opium.
It's similar.
All right. I take everything that you just said.
Okay.
As much as I can carry.
Yeah, you can't carry most of this. You're weak. You're super weak right now, in addition to just not being that strong to begin with. So
I'll pop one of the healing potions, because there's 10 of them.
There are 10 of them.
Yes.
Okay. You pop one. It does not help you. You're still extremely exhausted, but you do regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points. So you can do that.
I will... Who's closest to me?
Well, everyone is currently outside. Do the rest of you begin to kind of... I mean, Zoltkar, I'm assuming you could easily kind of lift Dayu and move back towards the alcove. Since Tuk is taking a while.
Yeah, we need to keep moving safe. Move him someplace safe.
Yeah.
I grab my axe out of the guy's head.
You pull it out, and then you kind of look out, Rogar, out the gates. Mm-hmm. And you do see out in the distance, kind of where you guys left him, there are 2 more bodies, and there's a dead direwolf that has been speared several times.
Damn. Rogar is going to rush back to the armory.
Okay.
And
yes.
We've got some explaining to do when we get back to Granel.
I will feed him a potion as soon as he brings Dayu.
Okay. You give Dayu a potion? Yeah, you kind of give him one of those potions, and you can you recover.
And that is 4, 6, 8 hit points, Dayu.
8 hit points back, Dayu. So
now I'm down to,
all of you are awake now?
Potions.
Oh, wait, 4.
I'm down to 8 potions, and I will tell everyone what I've found. The 4 silk dresses, the 120 copper, 6 silver, 20 gold. And I'll have people help me carry this.
Yeah.
And I'll take the assortment of jewels. There's 3 pounds of the drugs. And the
I will say the assortment of jewels weighs upwards of like 20 pounds. It's a lot.
All right. I will
Rogar's going to put as much
of them.
Rogar's going to put as much as he can to a sack.
Yeah.
if Tuk Tuk is directing people to carry it, and he's going to try to carry as much as he can. And everyone's up right now. Dai's up.
Everyone's up.
Would Zalk
Zalkar?
consider the drug something he would want to confiscate?
No, they're not. It's not. Well, I will say, Zalkar, give me an Arcana check, Zalkar.
Okay.
I haven't shown anybody the drugs.
Arcana.
Oh well, we'll see what he knows
Go ahead.
normally.
Oh, that's going to be a 16.
Okay. Tuk Tuk, are you trying to hide this?
Well, the thing, so I was trying to pocket the drugs and some of the jewels, and I was going to have them help me carry the healing potions and the dresses and the coins.
Okay.
The coins seem like the heaviest thing.
No, they're heavy. It's a big sack too that they're kind of in. If you're trying to pocket the drugs, all right.
Well, it's only 3 pounds. I thought I could. Put it
You can give me a stealth check at disadvantage because you are at disadvantage for everything right now, and we'll see if anybody spots it.
Well, I rolled a 14 and 17, and I got a +8 on stealth. So 14 plus 8, whatever that is, 22.
Can you even see that, Zaltkar, at 22?
What was it?
You need to make a perception test. It has to be the DC is 22.
Oh, geez. So I'm looking for perception. Okay, though.
He's pretty good at that.
He's not bad.
Yeah, 23.
Zal, you do see. Well, you don't see him do it, but you see the bulge. You know that Tuk Tuk isn't showing everybody everything. He is slightly unreliable when it comes to these kinds of things.
I will take note and
take a note. I mean, you notice it.
Yeah, looking around the room, I wouldn't think that there was anything in here that he probably could have taken that would, especially matter to me. And I'm not going to rat him out to the group.
And I will say that Zaltkar, with that perception test, you also find something else.
Ooh.
You also find 3 scrolls tucked away. And as you pull them out, give me an Arcana test.
Another Arcana check?
Mm-hmm.
It's only a 13 this time.
Okay. According to the level of spell, you're okay on this. You pull them out, and they are written in Goblin, so you're able to read them. And these are scrolls of silence. They cast the silence spell. There are 3 of them.
Wow.
Very cool.
Rogar, where are you in all this?
Well, I was assuming I was going to
come back and help.
Take the bag if he directed, but he's Rogar's impatient and wanting to leave.
Yeah. Rogar, why don't you give me a perception test?
Oh boy.
I'm trying to give Rogar the dresses and the coins. I will say this. Let me ask the question to the GM real quick. The drugs. I care more about the jewels. My character does than the drugs, unless the drugs are worth like a ton of money. So what would I know about it?
Pounds of this stuff is worth a significant sum to the right people.
Would I know the right people?
You don't trade in them, but I mean, you know where to look if you need to.
Okay. So I'm less likely to hide that, I think, and I'd be more likely to hide the jewels. Not hide them, but just take the jewels.
Yeah, that's fine. So, Rogar, what'd you get?
At disadvantage, I got a 17.
Okay. Rogar, I will say this, even as impatient as you're being, you kind of, and you turn around, and there is what looks like, it looks like several barrels have been kind of stacked up on top of each other, and they look like sake barrels, and they're all empty. And there is something kind of dangling off the top barrel that nobody would have noticed unless they were like about to leave this space. And it looks like an amulet.
I'll take a grab.
You kind of grab it and you kind of look at it in your clawed hand. And it looks like what you wouldn't know what the hell this is, but it is shaped like a sake bottle. And it is a necklace.
Rogar will just kind of like put it on real quick.
Oh.
And he's going to say,
Oh, shit.
let us go.
Let me see if this works immediately.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Let me see.
Oh.
Let me see.
Rogar doesn't know any better. He's
No,
dumb.
Rogar doesn't know. Let me see if this works. Damn it. I gotta pull up the exact wording of it. Yeah.
Question while you're looking that
Yes.
up. When Dayu and Roan were fighting, could we hear the conversation, or was it too under the breath?
It would be no, that was like a whisper.
Okay.
Like he wasn't really yelling at him. They were like getting close, and only he could probably hear from that distance, especially.
Okay.
Okay, so you're wearing it. All right.
Yep.
That's all I need to know.
Slapped it on.
That's all I need to know. That's it.
But yeah, then he's going to tell everyone we need to go.
Before that, you begin to step out, and you hear to a little bit deeper into the encampment, into the ruins that are the grove here. You hear faint kind of like help calls from further down.
Inside the armory?
Not inside the armory. This is if you're leaving out of the armory. There's more of this kind of broken pieces of this former keep that are open spaces that look like have been traveled in. There's like a lantern lit. Essentially, what would be like the next hallway down.
How can we all hear it?
Rogar for sure if he's stepping out. Dayu definitely because he has heightened senses of hearing. So Dayu would definitely be able to hear him. You'd be able to hear it, Zaltkar. Passively.
Rogar, before, if other people, he noticed that other people sees it, he's going to try to sneak out and see the outside. Get a look at the outside of the ruins.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and, since you're sneaking, give me a stealth check.
Oh boy, disadvantage. Let's
Yeah.
see. Ooh, well, I feel like I know what it's going to be. It's a 10.
10? Okay.
Yep.
Rogar thinks he's very stealthy. His giant lumbering form begins to kind of creep outside. The crunching of his feet on the ice. It would have been made at disadvantage anyway, but it didn't matter. So yeah, you think you're being stealthy. You begin to look out there. It's cold and it's empty. But give me a perception test.
Okay, I'm trying to count bodies. I know we got 2 that came in here, and then 2 that are by the wolf.
You can easily see them by the wolf. Yes.
So I'm missing 1.
You
I
are
should be
missing one.
Yeah. You said perception check?
Yes.
Disadvantage. Ooh, it's not going to be good already. Fuck. That's a 7.
Nope.
I rolled a natural 20 on one of them.
You don't see anything else. Sorry. Nothing else.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. But if he notices that the other people are looking at he's going to kind of, just going to be out front.
Okay, so does anybody want to investigate the meek cries for help? Zal, Dayu, you going?
Al does.
I don't want to, but I'm going to.
I learned my lesson.
Okay.
I'm not doing it.
Zaltkar.
So
I'm hiding by Rogar.
Zaltkar, you kind of hearing the cries, it's not very far. It's about 10, 20 feet up, a little bit deeper into this establishment. You're out in the open kind of air right now. You look over to your left and there's another essentially kind of makeshift cage door in another one of these recessed areas, very similar to the armory. And there is a figure dangling from the bars, holding themselves up. They appear to be missing a leg. It is a goblin, male, in a very disheveled kind of kimono, Doesn't look fancy, but doesn't look haggard either. It doesn't look like a cheap kimono. And you see a couple other figures within this, what looks like some kind of holding cell. And the goblin at the front is, help me. Get me out of here.
Who are you? He says intimidatingly.
Oh, Jesus. You're going to intimidate this beaten man? Okay.
You said one's missing a leg?
The one he's missing a leg. The one that he's like holding himself up by the bars, and it looks like his leg was chopped off.
So, like, he
I'm
like
not
recently
going to
lost
make
it?
an intimidation check, but I am going to be firm.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
due to
Good
the tear of his kimono, it looks like it was removed from his body. Yes, recently. But
The leg or the kimono?
his leg. Don't get excited. They call me Krelix. Just get me out of this cage.
Who are the others in there with you?
He looks back. We're my guard. I think most of them are dead. There's one that there's one that kind of moves. I'm not dead yet. That's like a bugbear he's missing an arm, and it looks like he has several gashes across his chest.
And Dayu's with me, right? You're with me, Dayu. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Dayu, get to Taker. We need his tools.
You have a son named Velix?
He lives.
Yes. He should be nearby.
Oh, thank the gods.
Can you move?
As best as I can. I might need some help.
Can I open this door?
You could try.
That's why I want to get the Taker to bring his
Yes.
Taker tools.
It does have a lock on it.
has a
Very
lock on
it's similar to the one that was on the armory. Almost identical. In
We
fact.
either need Rogar to bust it open or pick the lock.
I'm not going to try because... No.
If you want me to pick it, I'll
But
pick it.
Yeah, we need you to come pick the lock. But we
All right,
need
I'll
to
come
come
pick
get
it.
you to do it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a lock-picking roll with your thieves' tools at disadvantage.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, sleight of hand. Well, if you have sleight of hand because you have proficiency, it is the same. So
Same thing. 11 plus 6, 17.
17.
Nice.
That is enough. Even in your weakened state, we're able to. You quickly kind of and you unkeister.
I did something good.
You unkeister your thieves' tools from your rectum. Reach in and kind of. And
Forgot about that.
the door opens, and then you quickly, and then put them back in place.
I love it. There's the sound effect.
Oh,
For it.
Alex. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank the gods, you guys. You've been a godsend. And are you guys helping? He can't walk on his one leg. He's not very good at this yet.
Well, I'll sure try at half movement.
He is a recent amputee.
I'm going to help him.
Okay.
I'm going to help him. I'll
Yeah.
help him. What about the bugbear?
He's only missing an arm, and he does stand, and he's like, and he starts walking out.
Well, if anything, he's fodder. He can come along.
It's true. It's true. They kind of follow you out.
But I'll be helping the amputee
Yeah.
as best I can.
You said you found Velix. Is he here?
He's here. Oh, should be.
We were on our way to Port Arona. We were supposed to deliver these for Conwich.
I assume that card is yours.
Yes, it's mine. Have you seen the ox?
No.
Does anybody want to make a survival roll?
No.
Or
Rogar?
Am I there? Am I
I'm assuming you're back at this point. Yeah.
Okay, okay. If I'm there, I'll give it a shot. Disadvantage. $17.
Okay. Rogar, you are able to see the tracks, and they do in fact go inside of the camp, and then they're taken around kind of a path that zigzags through some of the rubble, and sure enough, there is a pin where there are 2 ox currently.
Okay.
It looks like there were more at some point, but they're not here any longer.
Okay. Is there a cart?
The cart. There's
Cart
the
was
cart
in the armory.
There's the cart that you found in the armory.
Okay.
With the sake.
With the sake and the rice.
Okay.
Oh yes. Tuk, you rolled Zaltkar, you rolled better, I think, for the investigation. Perception, I mean. Zaltkar, you would have noticed that the rice bags, where they're kind of at the seams where there's rice kind of spilling out, that you see some odd lumps inside the bags themselves that don't quite match rice.
Take them all.
Yeah, I would definitely point that out.
Okay.
That
Are you just pointing it out in front of everybody at this point, or are you gonna like make a mental note?
I think that I would notice. And what are we doing with? Are we going to take this cart with the rice, or are we?
I mean, it's up to you guys what you want to do. Krelix, at this point, we're like, I need to deliver it. The town won't get. They need supplies.
What are you carrying in these bags?
Rice, of course.
I would take a suspicious-looking bag.
Insight check, maybe.
I don't even know if I would care to do an insight check, but I will.
Okay, give me an insight check.
Yeah, no, I'm going to believe him because that's only a 6.
Yep. As far as you can tell, I mean, he appears to be truthful. Rice.
I'm going to go ahead.
Sake.
I'm going to go ahead and being very suspicious, but thinking he's telling the truth.
Yeah. As far as you know, he as far as you know,
he thinks it's rice.
He thinks it's rice. As far as you know,
right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to take a bag, and I'm going to take my dagger that I've retrieved from.
Hold there! Don't ruin the merchandise.
And I see one of the suspicious lumps.
Yes.
I'm just going to poke it right through the bag with
cut into it.
Lumps.
Rice doesn't spill out. Zaltkar. There is rice in this bag. A couple grains. Cinder begins to pour out of the hole. Appears to be a similar sized bag to what Tuk has taken.
Roger is going to talk to Dayu and say, the wolf, he's dead. The boy I could not see.
Yeah, I was going to say while this is happening, Dayu is trying to find his son.
Is that Felix? Well, give me a perception test, Dayu.
Oh boy.
I'll also let everyone know that I'm down one soldier.
It's an 8.
Did you do a straight roll?
Roll.
Because of your sense of smell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My hearing.
You do not, or his hearing, I mean, not smell. You do not, nothing. You got nothing.
Yeah. I want to be out there trying to find him.
Are you kind of calling for him? Are you calling for him?
If I don't see him by the wolf and I don't see anything nearby, I would start like whistling or...
Yeah. You do see in the brush nearby a little goblin head poke out from behind the brush. He was very well hidden the whole time. Is it safe?
It is, Alex. Come. I found your father.
He kind of, Papa! He starts running towards the encampment.
Just in time for the drugs to spill out.
Yes, just in time as he pulls around. He's like, Papa! Oh, my son! Yes.
So Zalkar would I know what this stuff was though? I mean, I would
yes,
know
with your
it's
previous check, you would know that this is
business.
definitely a illicit drug. This is a contraband drug.
Taking your son on a drug deal, you know, pretty cool.
I didn't have a sitter.
Both goblins.
You gotta do.
Both
I guess.
Goblins, you know, these goblins.
Start them when they're young.
Questionable decision making on our part.
At this point, Krellix is like, I mean, please just leave the rest. I've got a lot riding on this.
I have no interest in what it is you're doing.
I appreciate that. He knows. And he kind of points at Tuk Tuk. He knows what's up.
You don't want to leave this on me, friend. I'll take it all.
Well,
it's fine. It's fine. You've lost enough. You lost your leg. You can have the other rice bags.
Thank you. It really is.
We'll take this one rice bag plus this other bag I already got.
This is for the town. If we don't deliver this,
a bunch of addicts are going to go what? Without the drugs
isn't going to get their
there's
food.
A certain pillar that was operating in Conwich that'll probably beat his ass. So.
I will say, before you guys
I know
left...
The player knows that, but not I do.
Before you guys left, you did hear, within Conwich, that Krellix's caravan went missing, and they were delivering goods from Conwich to Port Dorona, and if they didn't deliver them, there would not be food for the winter, and they would have to try to survive off fishing, which can be difficult.
Well, maybe we'll give him the rice bags.
Jayu will give him 3 gold.
Oh, thank you.
And get back to the town. Give him the gold.
You want me to take the cart back to town?
Yes.
Why? I need to go this way. And he kind of points towards Port Dorona.
Oh, well, wherever he was going.
Oh,
Finish your delivery.
I will say, I'm very thankful for this. And the bugbear's like, yeah, thanks very much. Yeah, we could use an escort if you guys want to tack along. I mean, you've taken very good care of Alex here. Yes, Papa. They let me drink sake. I see. That's interesting. Yes, they've killed many people in front of me now. Once again, interesting. All right. Well,
I need a day to rest, so if you want to wait around a day.
Are you going to rest here in this bloodbath? And all of you are covered in like blood and shit as well. You guys gonna take a rest here?
Rest next to this fucking toad pond over here.
Yeah,
there's still another toad in there. He tried to kill. He killed me.
There might be another one in there for all you know.
Yeah, there's at least one in there. There could be 6. Who knows? Fuck this place.
I am at half speed and half health, so don't expect much out of me.
Slow.
Anything we do, then.
You can ride on the cart.
Yeah, Rogar's gonna. I'll just ride on this cart, and gonna just sit his big ass on the end of the cart.
Let's pull in the cart, guys.
There's only 2 ox. As soon as Rogar sits on it, because he's massive, they're like, and they're barely moving at this point. It's moving forward. His feet are dragging.
Exactly.
Gotta walk.
It does the thing, you know?
Yeah, his feet are dragging now.
Rogar will kind of just grunt and just kind of get up, you know. Elder, rest on the cart.
And little tuk-tuks there, just kind of like,
yeah,
like hobbled thing, half digested.
You too, small one.
Are you sure?
The shaman and I will walk.
Okay.
Shaman it is. I love it.
He thinks I'm a shaman.
Yes, apparently Rogar thinks you're a shaman now. So,
Shaman.
yes.
Fucking love it. I love it.
Yes.
I mean, all he's ever seen me do is disappear and
True.
heal people. So,
Yes. So how far are you guys venturing away from the grove, the shattered castle?
I'm assuming if, Rogar is just going to say to Dayu, did you finish what you needed?
For now.
And let us rest.
can we?
Let's go to this town.
Yeah. Is there a place in the arena where we could make a better camp?
I mean,
No,
if you guys want
No.
to, you can
there
try.
are. No, this is not a good place. Trust me.
I will say Rogar will informed you there is a missing member.
Yeah. Rogar couldn't track down the last guy.
Couldn't
So
find him.
He let everyone
There's some guy, you never found his body. Some guy out there.
And there's a toad.
And you have discovered the toad pond.
At least one toad.
So I will say this may be a hazardous place, but that does not mean you cannot make it safe. And, build like a fortification or something, or...
So, they're going to the City of Glass?
No, this is Port Dorona.
Oh, okay.
South.
How far out from Port Dorona are we still?
You're about a day and a half from
So
Port
we
Dorona.
really need to get a rest.
And it's
Well,
in the
I think
middle
we
of
need
the
to.
night
I
right
think
now.
we need to leave this place.
Okay.
I will
and,
say,
and,
yeah.
and then
Rogar would not
this-
stay here.
Rogar would not stay here.
Okay.
I think we need to push on at least a little bit, and maybe camp down somewhere. But
Yeah.
not camp down in this
I
place.
will say you had a decent spot picked out about an hour away, and then you decided to push forward.
Mhm.
So would you guys do that? Just an hour
That's
kind
fine.
of
Just
marching?
Right back an
put
hour.
us put us some distance between us
Okay.
and this place.
Yeah.
I'll say you
And-
get about an hour away, and it's the middle of the night. It's dark. You're pushing like midnight at this point, and you guys begin to set up a camp. Well, as best you can. Some of you just lay there in the cart. I'm sure put a little blanket over your heads and go night. Does anybody want to take watch?
Give me
Rogar
one
would take
second.
a watch.
Okay, Rogar, and then Zal, you want to take one, like second watch, maybe?
Yeah. Yes, and for our own protection, we set camp. Let's say here. Let me do some things. Let's see. The able-bodied of us should make so Rogar and I should help each other make a survival check, I think.
Okay.
To set camp. So if Rogar will help, I will do an advantaged survival check.
Mm-hmm.
Which was a critical roll, so a natural 20 on a survival check.
Okay. How much?
to make
What's the
camp.
total?
It would be a survival of 22.
22. Okay.
Survival check
Yeah.
of 22.
Yeah.
Um,
You're easily able to you find the spot that you'd found before, and in addition to that, you're able to very much. I'll probably say that you're able to sweep away most of your tracks leading into this kind of like essentially like a blind, where you're kind of out of view, and you're able to cover the cart as well. You think you're pretty well hidden from view and a relatively safe place.
Right. Let's see. What I would like to do as well is to kind of protect everyone. I would go around, say from the middle of our camp, I go around in a 20-foot circle and make certain symbols in the ground as I go around and spend 10 minutes casting silence around the camp so that no sound can come from within the camp to the outside world and kind of keep us quiet.
Okay. You're gonna use one of the scrolls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
To
Now-
keep our camp quiet.
I don't think it lasts that long, man. You need to look.
Let's see. It lasts for 10 minutes. Never mind.
Yeah,
It
it's
only
just 10
takes-
minutes.
yeah,
So
never mind.
Don't worry about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
You
we
would
got a
know
good
that.
camp.
You got a pretty good camp set up. So with all of
Trying
that
to keep us all
taking
safe.
place, I'll say this. Who's taking first watch? Zal?
Yeah, I'll take the first watch since
All right.
I'm the healthiest.
Go ahead and give me perception test.
Yeah, perception. Let's see. No baddies, no whammies. Ooh, low on the perception side. Only an 11.
11.
Yeah.
As far as you can tell, you don't see anything. Most of your watch is pretty uneventful. Very quiet. Very quiet. No, you don't hear any wildlife. You just hear the breathing of your companions. Some of them heavier than others. You probably smell the sizzling skin of Tuk Tuk. And that's about that. And the shit-covered overalls of several of these other people. But other than that, your watch goes uneventful. Rogar, would you like to make a perception test?
All right, pre-rolled. I got 15.
15. Rogar, you will also notice as you are kind of taking watch, you kind of tap out with Zal, and
I would tell him it's eerily quiet, friend.
yeah, as you wake up, you see Krelix kind of sit up. Oh, it's cold as shit out here. You notice he doesn't have like a heavy cloak or anything, but he reaches over and pulls out a little small kind of gourd, uncorks it. You want some?
Rogar grabs it.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what it is. Smells it.
It smells sweet.
Takes a big swig.
Okay. This is sake. Just sake.
Okay.
However, Rogar, I need you to roll me 4d4.
Oh, God. 44.
Mm-hmm.
10. I'll add together 10.
10? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a 10 plus 4. Rogar, as you ingest, so this is 14. As you ingest the liquid, you feel a warmth across your chest more than normal. Then you've had alcohol before. You can tell that's what it is, but something feels different. And suddenly you feel reinvigorated. And you heal for 14 points.
Oh, shit. 14 points.
As you are wearing an amulet of the drunkard.
Oh.
So you can officially add it to your inventory.
All right, I will.
Once a day.
Pass it over.
If you drink alcohol, you can recover 44 plus 4 hit points.
All right. All right, I got it in there.
Yep.
Man, that plus a monk of the drunken master, that would be.
It would be,
shit.
I mean, yeah, it'd be
That's
pretty
true.
cool. Pretty
That's
cool.
true.
So as you, I don't know if Rogar would even realize it was the amulet, but he's just kind of, magic. Ooh.
This is a fine drink, small one.
Yes.
And, drinks it again,
I mean, it's okay, but,
Yeah, Vit drinks it one more time and passes it all back to him,
Yes. And then he eventually just drifts to sleep. But yes, you have an amulet of the drunkard. And the rest of your watch goes relatively uneventful. I will say in the morning before most people wake up, Krelix wakes up again. He's kind of like, having a hard time sleeping. How many of you are there? He's asking you, Rogar.
What do you mean? Can you not count?
I mean,
I struggle with numbers as well.
yes.
It took me a while.
Well, yeah. Oh, I can see this is going to be a long conversation. Well, let's just say you weren't here a few days ago, were you?
No.
Okay, so there's at least two then.
To what?
Well, one of you, a white-scaled kind of dragon person. Isn't that what you guys call yourselves?
I try to grab him immediately.
Ah!
And I pick him up and just kind of look at him, look
God.
him at my face.
Oh, God! Don't do it! I swear I don't taste good!
It was one of me. And I'm standing up now.
Yes. And you're holding him. There was another one. He had like a big axe. I don't know. He was massive.
When did you see this and where?
2 days ago at the farm.
The farm. Roger is trying to think back to see if he remembers anything at the farm that could piece together
As far as you know.
a footprint.
Nope.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing that you could not in. Especially, I mean, it was hailing the whole time.
Yeah, that's true. It was hailing.
There was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Does this noise wake us up?
Oh yeah, everybody's awake at this point. Rogar's
Yeah, I
not
mean,
quiet.
I've got him like lifted up.
he's holding Krelix, the one-legged beaten goblin.
Yeah, yeah.
So yes.
And he'll start to lower him down and set him down.
Come now, big one. Oh,
Did you talk to this
I mean, I didn't
white
talk,
scale?
I didn't talk to him. I just kind of saw him. A bunch of these guys got fucked up by him. And he kind of points back towards the grove that you came from.
Was he larger than me?
I don't know. He maybe the same size. Maybe a little bigger.
Jeez.
Rogar is drawing a blank. You did not see the direction he went.
Well, I didn't see the direction, but I'm assuming he was going towards Dorona. That's the only place out here, really.
Thank you. Small one.
Of course.
And he sits back down.
Yeah.
Your funny tasting liquid. May I have another?
Of course. He hands it over to you.
Go ahead, just take another drink.
You regain 44 plus 4 hit points because it is a new day.
Is
And
it?
now it is spent for
Yes.
this day now.
Okay.
But yes.
You're referring to the grove as the farm, or the farm as the farm?
He pointed towards your farm, Dayu.
How long were you at the farm, Krelix?
Well, I mean, you guys know at this point, there's more questionable goods in the cart than I would like inspected. There was a lot. I don't know exactly what happened, but there was a lot of soldiers on the road, and we had to take a couple detours. Needless to say, ended up on this path, not very well traveled, and ended up at this farm. It was beautiful. There was a couple elf ladies, the kind with the purple skin. They were there, and they said we could stay. There was a couple hands, normal folk there, and they said we could stay the night, and so we just kind of camped out front, and we were awoken in the middle of the night to the sound of butchering. I lost this leg. These bastards tortured me and my companions, and I'm pretty sure I thought they killed my son. Thank God he's alive, and he's still slain. Velix is still kind of sleeping, sleeping in. He's had a long couple days. I'm not exactly sure what they wanted, but they took all my shit. I thought they were going for me, but I don't know. It was horrible.
The ones that took you, were they the ones that were doing the killing?
Yes, very much so.
And there's a dragon with them.
No, that came as I was being, let's say, in the middle of the butchering, like right after I got my leg chopped off and I was bleeding to death. I saw a big white one like him, kind of out towards the road, and they went after him, and they never came back. But we found their bodies. It was horrible. There was about 8 of those guys just split down the middle, pieces everywhere. It was disgusting.
Rogar, would one of your kind be looking for you?
Not that I know of. As far as I know, I am the only one to venture this far south.
But did you tell anyone? Friends, family, lovers?
I
that
told
you
a
were
few.
coming?
There are very few of my clan left. I told them I would search for Sinsu and Amu. Rogar's just sitting there contemplating.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps they were all hobgoblins.
Mostly. There was a
Any
guy with
tattoos
the big,
on them.
Well, a couple of them I saw did have tattoos.
Did you see what they were?
I believe it was a fox. I'm pretty sure. I think I saw a bear at some point.
Does the bear one ring any bells?
If you, I would assume you guys kind of examined some of the corpses in the camp, you would have noticed that the bugbears had bear tattoos. That's how their AC was so high. Just so you know. So yes, despite them not wearing any armor. So yes.
Let's carry on.
Yes, let's go this way.
Crux, where are you delivering these to?
Oh, well, between me and you, I mean, everybody knows at this point, but mum's the word when we get into town. They don't take kindly through the gate on the delivering of illicit goods, as you say, But regardless, though, this was going down. I'm supposed to be taking these to. There's an actual establishment here. Supposed to be.
It's going somewhere.
It is going somewhere. These are supposed to be taken down to the Fool's Gold, and then possibly, from what I understand, they go somewhere else. But that's the first stop.
They hire you out of Conwich, or did someone else hire you?
Well, let's just say that there's certain individuals in Conwich that may or may not have connections, and they kind of arrange these things every once in a while, and I get thrown a couple extra gold pieces, and the town benefits from this. We all get a stable route of trade. It's not easy for us to get anything done, to be honest with you. Outside of the gold coming through town, there's nothing. And to be quite frank, they don't much need our gold anymore. They're getting plenty of it in the mine. And he's referring to the mines of Narfu, which is a very famous mine in the dynasty. It's where the majority of the ore and metal work is mined from. It's a massive cavern that is yet to run dry.
I can't think of anything else to ask him right now.
Well,
interrogation is over.
If we're done here, yeah, and he takes the little reins of his axe and yeah, and they kind of they're stupid as hell, like buffalo creatures, basically. They start walking down the path. Let's roll this real quick because we still have a day left. It is still freezing. The ground is frozen solid. And for that reason, I will need one of my faithful companions to roll me a D20.
Got a 2.
2 for you?
Yeah.
Yes. Guess what? That was an excellent roll. You cover twice the ground. You something about the way Krelix whips those axe. You guys are making time. Despite all of you at like half speed. So I would say normally you wouldn't travel very far, but I'll say you guys make it to the gates of Port Dorona.
Can I rest all day during travel?
And as
Because I'm still in the cart.
yeah. I will say nothing happens, so I'll allow you to have a rest.
Earlier.
I'll allow you to have a full rest if you're just laying in the cart. And
Yes.
and since nothing happened, yes, that's fine. You make it to the gates of Port Dorona. And that, my friends, is where we're going to end tonight's episode of Whispers from the Stars. And we will pick up with the city, the jewel of the dynasty, as it was, and we'll pick that up with next session. So, tough episode, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody died.
Was it?
It's true. It's true.
Was it?
So,
Shut up, Zal.
That's
You're the
true.
only one who didn't get hurt. Bastard. You guys got some magic items. You got some other stuff. So
Did.
left a whole bunch of bodies, including our own twin blade, just out the elements. Frogs probably eat them. Maybe. Who knows? Regardless, though.
He was a
awesome
dog,
episode,
you
guys.
know.
He was a dog. How dare he talk that much trash to Dayu?
I just want to say, every time Dayu squared off, this was what I pictured. Right? This was,
Yeah.
every time Dayu squared off.
Yes, I love it.
Listen.
We usually do
here's his master
the favorite
getting
moments.
cut down.
Oh, God. Oh no, not his master. Don't do it. I don't want to see that master again with his coiffed hair. But favorite moments for the night. Let's start with old Rogar, son of Amu.
Oh gosh, favorite moment of the night. It's tough. I really did like the duel. Obviously, it was very steal showy. You know, I like that a lot. You know, that was awesome. So probably the duel. You know, the fight between Dayu and Roan. That was great. Honorable mention. Tuk-Tuk's death scene in the Black Sands.
Yes.
Yes. Was pretty creepy. I enjoyed it.
Got a visit from Death himself.
Yeah.
Interesting. Didn't know what happened this early in the campaign, but it is what it is. How about old Dayu? How about old Doobie? Favorite moments of the night, sir?
Tuk mouthing off to the
Oh man,
GM and then subsequently dying.
breaking the
For
fourth
it.
wall. Oh,
That was
Interesting.
enjoyable.
it's enjoyable.
Also, that was enjoyable. I enjoyed that.
Enjoyable. How about Jeff? How about Tuk? You got a favorite moment of the night?
Okay, all right. So I'd like to make a recorded message to play at the beginning of this episode that says, just tip to players out there, when your DM says something, you just roll with it, Don't argue. Don't be a dick. And I was, and I apologize. And so my favorite moment was, actually it was the death scene. My least favorite moment was where I felt like a dick after arguing with the DM. So yeah, just people out there listening and watching, when the DM says something, just roll with it, because they'll take care of you. It'll all work out in the end. If you die, you die. And even if you die, sometimes they'll help you out. So that was a learning lesson for me. But in hindsight, it'll be something that I for sure will never forget. and I will roll with from now on. But I really did like the description, the death scene where I'm on that island and I've got death coming at me. That was really well described and really cool. And outside of me feeling like an ass, but yeah, it's good times. So record this, put this at the beginning of the episode, guys. Don't argue with your DM. Just roll with it, guys and gals.
It's all car.
Yeah.
Dan, the big Dan,
Yeah.
double
That's
D,
right. No.
the D deck.
Doo-doo. Bum bum. So yeah, favorite moments were not getting hit.
I can't
turned out
believe
really
this.
well.
I can't
I know,
believe
right?
it.
I really-
It's like
so
the odds are insane.
Very
I just
small.
don't understand what is
I know,
happening
it's
here.
stressful. And so, I imagine Zal standing there with guards all around him.
I know.
His friends are dropping like
Just
flies. He's laying on hands left and right. He has to go pick up the spear. I can just, me and the bugbear are like,
Oh yeah,
really?
I do. Yeah.
And then, stabbing the frog at the end, barely missing the tuk-tuk inside as he's slowly being...
Turns out it didn't
Oh,
matter. He still
dog
died
acid.
anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But looking around as all of my compatriots died and realizing that every time I res them, it comes with a cost.
It does. That it does. But
God for dead, I'm gonna have to carry you now.
I will say, I was not expecting like an additional 5 rounds of combat or something of just Zal and that bugbear beating on each other. It was like 5 rounds. It's ridiculous. But man, it was definitely a deadly encounter. Proved so. But you guys did awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that we're moving forward, and we're gonna make it to Port Dorona. Be prepared, all of you, including my my absentee player for now, that we will be leveling next episode. So be kind of thinking about what you guys are going to do with that. Once we get into Port Dorona, there might be a brief little here's what's what kind of in Port Dorona, and then we will do similar to what happened in Conwich. Unless you guys don't want to take an extended rest here. I'm assuming you do. So we'll move forward from there. So with that, I think it's time we sign out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I am tired. I'm really tired now. It was stressful. So as usual, guys, I've been Jumbo Thick. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Whispers from the Stars, our Emberfell campaign. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's going to help out the video, help out the channel. That's always a plus for this guy, at least. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Have a good day.